it's very sad to think that women are an endangered species, threatened by the very people who should be protecting them. But we rise again. That's why I say women are made to ban, because you have to ban for something. You have to ban for something. As a woman, that's what I believe. If you don't ban for yourself, you will ban for others. And sometimes the place that you're in forces you to ban for the system, because a woman is expected to shrink herself. A woman is expected to dim her light. That's why in Afghanistan they say that a woman is not to be seen. A woman is expected to just burn out, because that's being a woman. What's a woman without burnout? But also, women ban for freedom. Women ban because there's something inside them that forces them to feel deeply, to live intensely, and to just exist without the confines of society. A woman who knows who she is, she burns differently. So there's a thin line between burning as expression and burning as exhaustion, and unfortunately majority of the women burn as exhaustion. They're not burning because they're free, they're not burning because they're expressing themselves, they're burning because it's just too much. And society has romanticized the idea of a woman burning, a woman giving endlessly for others, sacrificing herself for others, pouring until there's nothing left. Society loves this kind of woman, and especially men, because men see sacrificial mothers as standards. When they marry, they look for the kind of woman who reflects their mothers. They see a mother who never sat down as love. She was always on her toes doing a million things for them. They see sacrifice as devotion, but they never question themselves, who really benefits from this? Who really benefits from this? Does she get anything from it? She doesn't get anything from it. And I think the modern woman has realized that, and she's no longer subscribing to the foolishness of what a woman should and shouldn't be. That's why she rises. She goes to school. She learns. She arms herself with knowledge. She learns skills to protect herself. She earns her own money. She becomes independent. The modern woman rises. She simply has to rise because she has been burning for so long. Generations behind her have been burning for centuries. And trauma never dies. Trauma never dies. And psychologists say that trauma, is it psychologist? I don't know, but I read somewhere that trauma is carried through the maternal line from mother to daughter, daughter to child. So it's a process that never ends, and only if you stand, pause, and address that trauma head on, that is the only way you can truly, can you cure trauma? Maybe manage it. And that's where the modern woman comes in, because she has seen it, she has experienced it, she carries pain in her DNA. And nature, if there's a beginning, there's an end. If you're in pain, at some point that pain should go away. So it doesn't matter how many generations. And I think we're at that point where some started realizing that there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and they have dedicated themselves into doing this work. That's why the modern woman is strong. She's educated, she's rich, she has her own money, she's intelligent, she can outsmart the world, she knows how to maneuver around. She knows when to laugh. She knows when to smile. She knows when to express joy. She knows when to just chill because she knows what she knows. And nobody can take that away from her because it's hers, belonging. And I think this is one of the reasons, these are some of the reasons why men are threatened by her, why so many, so many cases of women being killed every day are all over the news because men can't contend. She has put in the work, she has done everything to make sure that she is okay. And so when she presents this healed version of her, someone is threatened because they are not healed. They're not yet healed. And so they're threatened by them. They are threatened by her freedom, how she moves comfortably through spaces that she wouldn't have 300 years ago, 200 years ago, 100 years ago, even. And if I talk of my country, I can navigate spaces I never could have 50 years ago, 60 years ago, 70 years ago. And men see this and they are threatened because how dare you? How dare you? She is free with her beautiful clothes, her gorgeous body, her pretty face, her confidence, work, her happy life, her lovely, lovely family, her amazing friends, her fulfilling work because some men still can't grapple the fact that a woman can be fulfilled working, that she can be fulfilled by the work that she does. They only think that a woman can only be fulfilled by marriage and children, which is not always the case. She can be fulfilled by both. It's not a yes or, it's a yes and. I can do this and this. Not this or this. I can do this and that. That is the modern woman. She is happy alone with family, but she is happy. She is calm with her regulated nervous system. She burns so bright that you can't ignore her. And she loves so hard and laughs easily. And the world that was built on the backs and scars and ashes and pain and servitude of women that look like her, they don't know